Now just 13 days before the midterm elections, and a record number of Americans have already voted, nearly 8 million so far. President Trump hoping to energize GOP voters with a nonstop media blitz marked by a series of false, misleading, and unfounded claims. Our senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega tracking it all. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, George, good morning to you. You know, the closer we get to midterms, the more false claims there seem to be. But on a major one, that there are so-called Middle Easterners traveling in that caravan through Mexico, President Trump now concedes he doesn't have any evidence to back that up.
Hoping to rally his conservative base ahead of the crucial midterms, President Trump is now embracing a label most presidents would shun.
You know what I am? I'm a nationalist, okay? I'm a nationalist. National. Nothing. Use that word. Use that word.
A word often tied to racist movements. In the Oval Office, the president was asked if he's trying to appeal to white nationalists.
I've never even heard that. I cannot imagine that. You mean I say I'm a nationalist? No, I never heard that theory about being a nationalist. I've heard them all. But I'm somebody that loves our country.
The president is also raising eyebrows by spreading an increasing number of false claims. After this promise of a pre-midterm tax cut,
we're going to be putting in a 10% tax cut for middle-income families. It's going to be put in next week.
Now, he says he'll introduce a resolution before voting starts, but any tax cut has to be approved by Congress, and they're not even in Washington next week. The president also sounding the alarm with this claim.
I don't think we like sanctuary cities up here. By the way, a lot of people in California don't want them either. They're rioting now.
But no such riots ever happened.
You said Californians were rioting over the sanctuary city issue. Where?
You shouldn't have. Take a look. They want to get out of sanctuary cities. Many places in California want to get out of sanctuary cities.
Right?
Yeah, it is rioting in some cases.
On that caravan of migrants traveling north through Mexico, he's threatening to send the military to the border.
We can't have people coming into our country illegally. It's not fair.
What legally could the military do at the border?
They can do a lot. They're the military. Right, fellas? They're the military. They can do a lot.
But actually, the military is limited in what they could do. Domestically, they're barred from performing most law enforcement functions, like arresting people. To do anything more, the president would have to get Congress to approve, a long bureaucratic process, the chances of it concluding by the time the migrants reach the border, slim to none. And as for this unfounded claim,
you're going to find Middle Eastern, you're going to find everything.
Now, the president conceding he doesn't actually have the proof.
But no proof that they're in the caravan now.
They could very well be.
But there's no proof.
There's no proof of anything. There's no proof of anything. But they could very well be.
Now, on top of that, Mexican authorities are saying there's zero evidence of any so-called Middle Easterners being in this caravan traveling through their country. Another false suggestion from the president that perhaps Democrats have paid for this caravan. Well, here's a new twist. The vice president right here in the Oval Office yesterday said that the president of Honduras tells him that Venezuelan leftist groups are backing the caravan now, George. So a real head scratcher.
Yeah, they're scrambling with all those explanations, Cecilia. Meantime, as the Turkish president has called out Saudi Arabia for the killing of that Washington Post columnist, the president is ramping up his rhetoric there.
Yeah, he had been criticized for not responding more forcefully, but yesterday here in the Oval, the president's tone shifted again. He is now calling this, quote, one of the worst cover-ups ever. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says that the administration will be revoking the visas of some of the Saudis implicated in this death of Jamal Khashoggi. He's calling this, George, the first step.
Cecilia Vega, thanks very much.